no point in chasing them up in the hills. We'll never catch them here. Hank, run up the horses.
Yes, sir. Okay, boys. You heard Mr. Cartwright.
What do you think, Roy? We'll call it a day?
Yeah, by the time them boys get the horses rounded up, there's a mighty nice place to camp over there.
Yeah.
And Ben, you're voting to turn back in the morning, huh?
Yeah, I think so, Roy.
How about you, Hank?
Whatever Mr. Cartwright says is all right with me.
Any objections, boys?
Well, we got back the horses they stole, Roy. Like I said before, there's not much point in chasing them up into the hills.
Fair enough. We'll head back the first thing in the morning. Hank, you mind taking the first watch?
Might as well.
Well, boys, I'm turning in.
Get away, little Joe. I'll make a good Indian out of him.
You know better than that.
Doesn't look like there's any more of them around. Get them over by the fire.
Well, he's a white man.
You speak English, son? What's your name?
Chonquita.
Well, that's your Indian name. Do you have another name, a white man's name?
Billy Horn? Billy Horn.
It's more likely he came here to slit our throats while we were asleep.
Oh, no. Just want see. Look. You.
I guess you don't need me in there. Come on, Bill, I'll buy you a drink.
You're buying. Let's go.
Come on.
Hi, Hank. Was that a white man you just brought in there?
Yep.
Be he a renegade?
No, it seems the Shoshone stole him a long time ago when he was a kid. Oh, Hank! Ben Cartwright still in town? Yes, sir, he is. You tell him I got to see him right away? I sure will, Mr. Lewis. Now make sure he don't leave town without me seeing him. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Think hard now, Billy. Where were you living at the time the Indians took you and your mother?
Not remember.
You remember how old you were?
Think 6.
6 years old. A long time ago, Ben. Even if you did have any kin folks left, there's no telling where they could have got to by now.
Billy, you happen to know your father's name?
Ma call Matt.
Matthew Horn. Now, there's something to go on. What was your mother's name, son?
Ma? She died 7 winter ago. That bad winter.
Billy, did your ma ever say anything about your family?
My people, Shoshone, keep us
Oh, separated?
separated. Not see Ma much.
Sounds like real nice people.
No, it's their way. They treat me good.
Well, you reckon there's any chance that your father might still be alive?
Ma think he killed that Big Sandy.
Big Sandy, there's a settlement near the Oregon Territory called Big Sandy.
Yeah,
Well, that's much too far for the Shoshone to go.
but it's still possible, isn't it?
It's possible. And I'll get a telegram off to the Big Sandy right now. Come on, boy.
Roy, where you taking?
Gonna lock him up.
Huh?
It's all right, Billy. Jail's no place for the boy.
I go with you.
You're gonna have to stay here, boy.
Roy, well, we can take care of him.
Ben, you're forgetting he's just 3 days away from horse stealing.
Now, look, I'm not going to press any charges. Are you?
Now, look, what I'm trying to say is he was brought up Shoshone. Dog clan Shoshone at that. Wild. Now, who knows what he's likely to do running out there loose?
Roy, this isn't a very good way to welcome a man home to his people.
I'll grant you that.
Look, Roy, we'll be responsible for him.
Ben, what about the folks out there that look on him as just a pure Indian, nothing else?
All right, he'll be safe on the Ponderosa with us.
How about it?
All right, I'll release him in your custody.
Thank you, Roy. Thank you very much.
Sheriff, thank you. Come on, Billy. There you go.
Oh, Mr. Cartwright, Ned Lewis said he'd like to see you right away.
Oh?
He sounded like it was pretty important.
Oh, well, better get over there. Thank you, Hank. Bring the horses.
Yes, sir.
Bet you never saw anything like this before.
Huh?
You ought to see New York or San Francisco. About 100 times bigger than this.
Oh, you not say that, might believe you.
You better believe me, it's the truth.
Yeah, it's true. Well, Ned, I hear you were looking for me.
Dan, how are you?
Oh, this is Billy Horn.
Oh, I heard about you, young fella. Pleased to meet you.
And of course, you know little Joe.
Oh, Joe.
So, Lewis, how you doing?
Say, where's Hoss and Adam?
Oh, I sent them east with some cattle. Why?
Well, now, you can reach him if we need him, I suppose.
Yeah, of course I can. What's so important?
Then I got this a couple of days ago. Pretty near fretted myself into old age waiting for you to get back.
Now, Ned, it'd take me about 3 hours to read through all this. What's it all about?
Well, in a nutshell, a man by the name of Milton Tanner is challenging your title to about 1/3 of the Ponderosa. Day before yesterday, he filed a claim on it.
You don't expect me to take this seriously, do you?
Well, this man doesn't waste his time, Ben. I'll take my oath on that.
Oh, we have ironclad title to every foot of the Ponderosa. You know that.
Until 2 days ago, yes, I did. But now Tanner thinks he's found some kind of a flaw. And I think he came out here from San Francisco just for this. To get as much of the Ponderosa as he can.
Well, Ned, you're certainly taking this seriously. What do you suggest we do?
Well, the first thing, I'll have to take a look at all the papers you've got on the Ponderosa. Titles, deeds, mortgages, surveys, water rights, easements, everything.
Well, you're not one to stampede at shadow, so... All right, why don't you come out tonight? We'll do it together.
I'll be there. And the sooner the better.
Tanner, huh?
Come on, Mr. Lewis.
this talk? Not understand.
I can't say as I do either, Billy. Either way, it's nothing for you to worry about.
Claim stake number 1, M. Tanner.
That your land?
Yeah. And that's the way it's gonna stay. Joe, why don't you take Billy upstairs to his room and I'll start looking up those papers for Lewis.
Right. Billy, follow me. This is your room.
Chair? Bed? Soft. Blanket. I remember these things. Make light?
That's right.
Oh, you have fine place, little Joe.
Home generally is a fine place.
Where is woman in a home? Ma.
My mother died when I was young, just like yours.
Feel sorry. No longer use these things.
You just take your time, get used to it. If you need anything, call me. I'll be downstairs.
And that's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard of, Ned. Well, ridiculous or not, Ben, your title is shaky.
But how can it be? It's all spelled out in that.
These documents are all based on this.
Yeah.
The original land patent.
Yes, I know.
So they're no better than this is.
But it's ironclad. We proved it over and over and over again.
You know, that's a very interesting thing about the law. It's open to interpretation. There was a similar case 4 or 5 months ago. At that time, Judge Griffith threw out the original land grant and ruled in favor of the later claim. Now, with a precedent like that, Ben, the burden of proof is going to be on you.
All right. Then we'll prove it again if we have to.
If you can.
What do you mean, if we can?
Ben, if you let Tanner take you into court, his lawyer's going to hit you with something like this. And the southern boundary shall be the river known as Buckhorn Creek. Now, that river has changed course twice that I know of. You show me where it was 92 years ago when this document was written. No, he's got a case, Ben.
But it's not right.
Morally, probably not. Legally, that's something else again.
What do you want me to do?
Stay out of court if you possibly can. Then I think we ought to go have a talk with Tanner.
I don't know, Mr. Tanner. I don't want to know him.
Well, at least we'd see what he's after. Got nothing to lose. He's rented the old Jenkins place. I could meet you there in the morning.
All right.
All right, Ben. I'll get on back to town.
See Mr. Lewis at the door, Pa.
Joe, while I'm over at Tanner's, look up that survey we made of the Buckhorn River.
Right, Pa.
There trouble for you?
Yeah, I'm afraid there is trouble. You know all that land you saw yesterday? Even the land this house is on. Well, there's a man trying to take it away from us.
He can do this?
You know, not if we can stop him.
We'll help you.
There's nothing you can do.
You save life when man would shoot me. You make your home my home. You have fight. My fight, too.
Thanks, Billy, but it's not that kind of fight.
Oh, Mr. Tanner? That'll probably be Mr. Cartwright.
Come on in.
Ben?
How you been? I don't believe you gentlemen have met officially. Mr. Tanner, Mr. Ben Cartwright.
It's high time you and I got together. Could I offer you something?
No, thank you.
Sit down. Guess I've stirred up quite a fuss, haven't I?
I'm afraid you have, Mr. Tanner.
Well, usually these things can be settled if nobody takes it personally.
I don't know of any other way to take it.
How can you blame a businessman for grabbing an opportunity when he sees it?
Well, it seems to me you went to considerable trouble to create an opportunity.
I may have improved it a little. But why should you and I be at each other's throats?
I think I can tell you why, Mr. Tanner.
Now, Ben.
Now that the problem is here, let's settle it. As quickly and as quietly as possible.
Oh? Well, as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing to settle.
Now, just a minute, please. Now, Ben, I'm your lawyer. You let me handle this. Mr. Tanner, what were you about to say?
Good, good. That's the attitude. I've got a proposition. There's several $100,000 worth of timber on those hills. That's what I'm interested in.
That section can never be heavily logged.
Why not?
Because it's a watershed, Mr. Tanner. You take those trees away, the Ponderosa will be flooded every spring.
Mr. Cartwright, I was prepared to make you a proposition. To withdraw my claim against the land in return for the timber.
Mr. Tanner, neither you nor anybody else is going to make a mud hole out of the Ponderosa.
Well, now, if that's going to be your attitude...
That's exactly what my attitude is going to be, simple and clear.
A court of law might disagree with that, Mr. Cartwright.
I don't know what kind of a case you have, but I can promise you the fight of your life. Come on, Ned. Joseph, would you mind not throwing those hanks of hair into the fire?
Oh. Yo, I'm almost through anyway, Pa. Here, take a look at that. Good, huh?
Oh,
Yeah, it looks good.
guess can grow back if have to.
You're not gonna have to have it grow back. It looks nice that way. Let me see how this happens. Oh, it fits better now.
Look like toadstool.
I'll put the boots on. We gotta get into town. Hey, Pa, Billy and I are going into town. You need anything?
No, you and Billy going on.
Okay, we're just gonna get a couple of things. We'll be right back. Come on, hurry up with the boots, will you? Is that all right? Everybody cut his hair. Put the boots on. Come on, let's go. get you fitted out with some new clothes. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's a good fit. Looks real good on you.
Oh, too tight. Cannot hunt or fight in this.
It's too tight. You're not gonna hunt in this. It's a dress code. You're not gonna have to do any fighting either.
Who can say when he have to fight?
Well, I like it. We'll take it. Let's see. I think that's about it. We got everything. Hey, will you lay off that candy? You're gonna get sick from it.
One more.
You said one more 5 minutes ago. Yeah, that shirt looks good on you.
Oh, these fine gifts, little Joe. I pay you back.
You don't have to pay me back. It's between friends. All you gotta do is wear them.
This is $22.75, Joe.
All right. It's money.
Just paper.
It's still money.
You take paper for clothes?
Yes.
You would not rather have fur? Blanket? Horse, maybe?
This'll do just fine, believe me. All right, thanks. Come on, let's go. We'll pick that stuff up later. You look great.
Oh, all right, little Joe. About jumped out of my skin.
How you doing, Sheriff?
What are you doing? Now, don't tell me that this is Billy Horn.
That's Billy.
Glad you come in town, though. It saves me a trip. I got something here for you. From the Big Sandy.
Oh, you can't read it, Roy.
Oh, well, the Big Sandy is your home. That's where you were born, and your pa's buried there. This telegram is from a fellow named Jack Anderson. He knew your father, and he remembers you, too. Says anytime you want to come back, they'll be mighty glad to have you.
Billy, you just say the word, we'll fix it up so you can be in Big Sandy right away.
No. Not yet.
Well, I thought you'd be kind of anxious to get home again.
After a while. We'll tell when.
Hey, mister. You're trespassing.
I guess you'd be the one they call Little Joe Cartwright. Huh?
You guessed right. What's your name?
Milton Tanner.
All right, Tanner, you're trespassing.
Maybe I am a trifle ahead of time. He must be that wild boy you people picked up. Tell me, boy, what's it like living with those dirty savages?
All right, I said you're trespassing. Get off the land.
You better watch your temper, boy. You may need a job when I start logging that timber.
That man who tried to take land?
Yeah, that's the man.
Joe? What was the survey we had made back, what, five years ago?
Mm-hmm.
I want those old benchmarks rechecked.
That's a good idea. I'll do it tomorrow. Billy will come along with me.
Seven judges to draw from on the circuit. We have to pick Judge Griffith.
Only one decision ever handed down against the landowner, and he did it.
We've got him. Sometimes nothing goes right.
Mr. Cartwright? This Judge Griffith, he tell you can keep your land or not?
In a way, yes.
He not friend yours?
Never even met him.
No?
Have thought. 3 us, 1 Tanner. Think, run him off.
Yeah, well, first of all, it's against the law for us to do anything like that to Tanner.
Then law protect enemy?
Well, yeah, in a way it does.
And same law will let stranger give your land to man like Tanner.
Well, it can, yes.
Then law wrong.
Billy. See, a long time ago, people decided that fighting was not the best way to solve problems. And just because a man was strong didn't mean that he was right. So to protect the weaker people, they set up courts and laws.
You not weaker people. Not need such law.
Well, the courts were set up to protect the weak and the strong.
Then you let your land be taken away to protect people who weak.
I suppose 3 people came along who wanted to take something that belonged to you. Now, wouldn't you like to have a court and laws to protect you?
No. If cannot defend what own, not deserve it. Perhaps you not care much for land, Mr. Cartwright.
I care for it very much. We all do.
Not understand white man law.
Well, sometimes I don't understand it either.
Hey, Billy! Billy, I found one! Billy! Billy!
Billy, what's the matter? Oh, I'm bear track. Took gun. Here.
Hey, that's a big one, huh? I was a little afraid you might have gone back with the Shoshones.
Why?
I could understand you being homesick.
That not home. When you chase us and I come into camp, think I want to be caught. Many time Ma tell me, must someday get back to white people.
Thought you said they kept you and your mother apart.
They try, but she would come to me at night, hold me, tell me things.
And what kind of things?
Our Father, who art heaven, hallowed be name. Blessed are meek, for shall inherit earth. 2 times 2, 4. 2 times 3, 6. 2 times 4, 8. 2 times 5. All men endowed by Creator with certain inalienable right, among which other things.
You know, I can remember my mother teaching me some of the same things.
I've not found use for them.
Don't worry, you will.
Shoshone teach me thing too. How to skin bear. Use skin for warmth. How to protect what belonged to me.
Like Pa says, some things the Indians do are different from the things the white men do.
Then white way better?
No, of course, it's not better. It's just the way it is, that's all. You have to take what you learn from the Indian, take what you learn from the white man, and then decide which is good and which is bad.
Teach man repay debt. Is wrong?
Of course not, that's good.
Then that much learned from Shoshone can keep.
is it? Who's there?
Billy Horn,
What do you want?
talk.
Well, speak your piece.
I come warn you.
Warn me about what?
Do not try take Mr. Cartwright land or I kill you.
You tell Mr. Cartwright if he wants to threaten me, let him do it himself.
He not threaten you, I do. Mr. Cartwright friend, if you hurt him, I kill you. I've spoken.
Rhodes,
Mr. Cartwright?
Billy? That you, Billy? What are you doing out there?
Not worry anymore. Have killed Mr. Tanner for you.
killed Mr. Tanner.
Think you be pleased.
You killed Mr. Tanner?
Well, not want to. Warn first. His choosing. Had to stop from taking Ponderosa.
Billy did wrong.
How? Enemy dead. Land safe. We're wrong.
Killing is wrong.
Wolf kill doe. Fawn starve. Wolf eat. We're wrong.
Billy, we're not animals.
Have to live. Have to protect ourselves. If you afraid Mr. Tanner friends, I go now before get here.
Oh, Billy. Billy killed Mr. Tanner.
I just heard.
We'll have to take him to town to the sheriff.
You my friend. Not understand.
Sheriff? Yeah? I'm through. All right. Talkative cuss, ain't he?
Yeah. Ben? I couldn't get a word out of him.
You know he ain't took a loud breath ever since you brought him in here?
Ned, will you defend him?
I'm not sure he wants to be defended.
Will you help him?
All right, Ben, I'll do what I can for him.
Bunch of
I'll see that you don't give me any trouble, huh, son?
Morning, Billy. Now, look, son. Sooner or later, you're going to have to talk to somebody. I'm the best one because I'm on your side.
This place is where they kill me?
Son, is that what you've been carrying around inside you all this time? Well, now, if you'd just let me talk to you, I could have explained. This is just a trial. I'm here to protect you.
What I to you?
You're my client. Ben Cartwright's friend.
I have no friend.
Oh, yes, you do. A whole lot better than you think.
They will kill me.
Morning, Judge. Everybody rise, please.
How does the defendant plead?
Your Honor, if I may approach the bench.
You may.
We are prepared to enter a plea of guilty if I can be assured of an opportunity to enter testimony that will have direct bearing on the sentence.
Your Honor, is counsel trying to bargain with the court?
Oh, no, not at all.
Well, it is unusual, Mr. Lewis.
There is precedent, Your Honor. The case of the People versus Lyle Biggert, revised reports, 1854. And People versus 4 Indians, 1858.
Very well, Mr. Lewis. Enter your plea. I'll hear your testimony.
Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant pleads guilty.
Call your witness, Mr. Lewis.
Call Mr. Benjamin Cartwright. Now, Mr. Cartwright, would you tell us, please, just what is your relationship with the defendant?
Well, I considered Billy Horn a friend. I still do.
That's in spite of what he's done.
Yes, in spite of what he has done. But I would like to say that his standards are different from ours.
Would you explain yourself, Mr. Cartwright?
Well, Billy Horn was raised by the Shoshones, people whose laws are different from ours. He grew up in a world where you kill if you have to, for survival, or for the survival of your friends. Now, Billy Horn killed a man because he thought he was helping me, his friend. I believe that what he did was wrong. He believes that what he did was necessary and right. Well, in a way, Billy Horn's problem is a kind of test for all of us to judge how far our white man's civilization has come since its beginning. Your Honor, I hope the court will give Billy a chance to see that our way of life is merciful and understanding, as well as just.
That concludes our testimony, Your Honor.
Just a minute. You may step down, Mr. Cartwright. Mr. Lewis, Mr. Adams.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you gentlemen have anything further to discuss?
Well, if it's amiable with the defense, I'll concur.
Fine.
That's fine.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We will take this testimony under advisement. This case will be recessed until tomorrow.
know Ben Cartwright are dead of things.
Put me here.
Well, that's the law. But he more than likely saved your hide today.
I go free.
Well, I think the judge will probably give you a couple of years in prison.
Years? In small jail room?
Well, it beats hanging. Here, let me get them cuffs off of you.
Roy, what happened?
Billy Horn slugged me and got away.
Go! Joseph!
You gotta help me round up a posse.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
What this time? Friend, enemy?
Billy, you're making a big mistake by running away. If you do it now, you'll be running the rest of your life.
Not understand white law. Help friends, friends put in jail.
You know we didn't want to do that. My father's doing everything he can to help you.
Rather die than be in jail.
I'm sorry, I don't want to do this. If that posse catches you, they're going to kill you. I'm going to have to bring you back with me.
Die first.
All right, is this the way you want it, Billy? Is this what your mother taught you, to kill and then to run?
Not want to die.
Who said you're going to die?
Not want to live in small jail room.
Billy, you killed a man. You have to pay for that. Don't you understand? It was wrong.
By bear, you say pay debt is right. When try do that, man and dog attack me. Now is wrong. White man have twisted tongue.
Wait a minute, what do you mean the dog and the man attacked you?
When I say stay away your land, they want kill me.
Billy, why didn't you say that in court? That's self-defense.
Just more words. Just only a few words.
Listen, try to understand me. In the white man's law, if you kill another man trying to save your own life, that's self-defense. I can't guarantee it'll get you off, but that can make the difference.
More words. I cannot believe you.
All right. All right, I can't force you to believe me. But I am your friend. I know you did what you did because you're my friend, too. That's why I just can't take you back. Remember one thing, that was something I told you. You have to take what you learned from the white man and what you learned from the Indian and decide which ones are good and which ones are bad. It's one decision you're going to have to make for yourself. I can't make it for you.
Senor Sims is coming.
There's a rider coming in. I think it's one of the Cartwrights.
Put his horse away, Pablo.
Where are the other men?
All around you.
Well, what about the ranch hands? They leave any behind?
I went on a cattle drive, except for the kid and his father.
Yeah, we spotted the boy working fence up in the north section today. I think that's him riding in. What about the father?
Rode off toward town this morning. I figure he's due back.
You know what General Diaz said. Nobody gets hurt.
So you told me. And just where is our esteemed general now?
He and Miguel rode up into the mountains. He wanted to study a layout of the country.
Still playing the tin soldier, huh?
Listen, Forsyth.
No, you listen. When Diaz ain't here, I'm in command. You got that?
You're a fool. If you've killed him, General Diaz will feed us to the ants.
Silencio.
Ahí viene alguien.
Joe? Joseph! Is it too much trouble to stable your horse?
Into the house.
What is it? Shut up.
Joe. Looks like you had a little accident, Mr. Cartwright. See how far you get.
Is it always necessary that you men loot like bandits? You disgrace us, pistolero. Get out.
Whatever you say, mi general.
So this is the great Ponderosa.
Look, I don't know who you are, General.
Permit me then to introduce myself. I am Arturo Diaz, General in the army of Benito Juarez.
Juarez doesn't have an army of bandits. We are not bandits. Then get these men out of here. My son needs a doctor.
What is the matter with him?
He's been hurt, wounded.
Wounded? How did this happen?
He was shot in the back.
He was to be taken as hostage.
He needs a doctor.
A doctor is impossible. If one of my men were seen in Virginia City, my enemies would know I am here. Where is the boy's bed?
Upstairs.
Perhaps I know a thing about wounds that you do not. Levántenlo.
Careful. Careful. Up this way.
Now it is up to Dios. Thank you. You see, senor, we are not bandits. I must apologize for my soldiers. They are good fighting men, but their manners...
But we are not bandits. General, why are you here?
Because at the moment, my country is fighting for its life against Maximilian, the tyrant. And because tomorrow, his mercenaries will use the lands of the Ponderosa to perform a certain act. If they are successful, my people face eternal slavery.
What are they going to do here on the Ponderosa?
You will learn all tomorrow, senor. That is a very interesting wound he has, is it not?
No shotgun wound is interesting.
No, but this one is special. The barrel of the shotgun was sawed off. Makes a big pattern. Saved his life.
Which one of your men carries that kind of gun?
Buenas noches, senor. You had better get some sleep. We have a long ride in the morning.
I'm not riding anywhere. Stay here with my son.
You look like a man who is fair, just. A man who believes in human dignity. See, you are. I believe you would do something for a people's liberty.
What would you have me do?
It may be necessary to have someone guide us through the back roads out of the mountains. You know the country.
I can't leave my son alone.
As soon as our work is done, you will be free to return to him. Váyanse. Pablo.
Sí, señor.
I am sorry for this, senor, but he will stand guard at the top of the stairs. And now, until we ride in the morning, buenas noches. Miguel.
Yeah, General?
Take his guns. What happened to the boy?
Look, General, I do my job.
What happened to the boy?
I was forced to shoot him.
In the back?
Now, look, Sims was there. He can tell you.
I am not talking to Senor Sims. I'm talking to you, Senor Forsyth. Take off your hat. I gave an order. It was your responsibility to see that no harm came to these people. You are a pistolero, hired to carry a gun. How do you think I should discipline you?
That's up to you, General. In any way El Presidente Juarez might think fit and proper.
Yes. That does give one pause. I keep forgetting how your skill for killing has served my country's cause and earned the gratitude of our great leader. Take him out. In the morning, give him his guns.
You all right, amigo? He should not have hit you just for shooting a gringo.
It wasn't for the shooting. This has been coming for a long time. He's jealous of my pull with Juarez. Well, he's played his hand, now I'll play mine.
Be careful, hombre. General Diaz is still el jefe.
So he's a big man. I'll take care of him. You with me?
I'm with you, amigo. But what of Senor Sims?
Don't worry about Sims. Once we get our hands on that wagon, he'll be easy to convince. The men are ready to attack, General.
Get to your post. Pronto. Pistolero. He enjoys this.
And you?
I've had too much. Revolution takes a long time. But we have a saying. La fortuna sigue al hombre valiente. Fortune favors the brave. Even here, we fight for the liberty of Mexico.
Liberty of Mexico? What, one wagon?
It is what is in the wagon, senor. Viva Mexico.
Diaz is dead! Don't let that man get away!
The general's horse.
Vamos, señor. Adelante.
Get some water.
Sí, señor.
This is not your fight. Get up! Lie still. Thought you were dead.
For me, death is an old companion.
Will you stay quiet?
Hurry up with that water!
Looks like you've won your victory, General. Get me a horse, pronto.
Sí, mi general.
Oh, killing you'd be a waste. A real waste. Look what I got.
Come on, Forsyth. Back off. Leave her alone.
Leave her alone, huh?
Leave her alone.
Stop it!
It's the second time you put a gun on me. You won't do it again.
General Diaz. Forsyth said you were dead.
Senorita, what is your name?
Molly. Molly Reed. I was a passenger on the wagon.
Passenger. There was to be no passenger. You will explain this.
Well, I was on my way to San Francisco. I had no money. The wagon driver befriended me. He said I could ride in the back.
Senor Cartwright, would you say she is speaking truly? Does it make any difference? How many men did we lose?
All except Pablo, Miguel, Forsyth, and me.
They were good men. Good farmers. Good fighting men. Gold. Si, senor. Gold. Stolen from my country by Maximilian's ministers. A precious metal that could buy freedom for a whole people. I pray that it will be worth the price we have paid in blood today.
Where were they taking this?
To San Francisco. And from there to Europe. But now, it will be used to defeat the tyrants. Adios, Senor Cartwright. We will not need you anymore. Truly, I'm sorry I've brought you so much trouble. I will pray for your son's recovery.
Thank you.
Back wound, you'll never make it to the border, General.
I'm afraid he is right. One more favor I must ask of you. This time there is a bullet in my back. A doctor is still not possible.
Let's get him back to the ranch. Put him in the wagon, Miguel.
No. I will ride. I am not dead yet. I still command. Miguel!
Sí, jefe.
Take Senor Cartwright's horse. You will want to see your son. Take the señorita with you.
General, you've let that wound go too long.
You ever take a bullet out of a man, Senor Sims?
No, sir. I put plenty in him, though.
Do not worry. I think Senor Cartwright will show you what must be done. Miguel!
Sí, mi general.
You will stand guard over the gold. Kill anyone who comes near it. Entiende?
Sí, señor.
Feeling bad, General?
Now, we will give you your lesson in surgery. You will find, senor, that a bullet goes into a man much easier than it comes out.
Better hold on to him.
No, I do not need to hear.
It's better this way. Pull him up. Buckshot.
Nothing to be afraid of, girl. Just want to talk a little. Sims told me about how those Indians killed your folks. You know, I was wondering, how come they didn't lift your scalp at the same time?
I don't know. They just didn't.
You don't say. They just left you all alone, didn't they? you can fool Sims and the others, but not me, sister, not for a minute. Where did you live after your folks were killed by the Indians? In some Indians' wiki up? San Francisco. What are you going to do in San Francisco? Work in some Barbary Coast dive for drinks, huh?
No!
Get out of here, Forsythe! If I catch you near her again, I'll kill you.
Sure, Sims.
You listen to me now. You stay in this house. Don't leave this room. I'll have Miguel guard you. I can trust him. Are you all right? I've got to get back to the wagon, but I'll come back to you later.
You've kind of taken a leg into that, Nina, huh?
Look, Forsythe, if you've got anything to say to me, you say it straight and clear.
Why did you join up with Juarez? To get yourself a little piece of land somewhere, right?
You knew that. What are you driving at?
What if I told you you could get that land, all the land you want, and soon? What would you say to that?
I'd say you're out of your mind.
With Diaz out of the way, we could split that gold between three of us, you, me, and Pablo, and buy a lot of land with $1 million in gold.
You mean kill Diaz?
Why not? What's he to you? He pays you $50 a head to do his killing. Is he more important than the girl than the land? Think about it, Sims. $1 million for squeezing a trigger.
When you figure on doing this?
Sometime between now and the morning.
I'll think about it.
Sims, remember this. No matter where you go or what you do, you need money.
Like I said, I'll think about it. Go up to the house and get yourself something to eat. And while you're there, do me a favor. Watch after Molly.
Sí, señor. I'll watch the señorita.
Why Miguel?
Oh, he wasn't smart like you, compadre. Couldn't see things our way.
I didn't say I saw things your way.
You will. Pablo, get a couple of shovels. We'll bury him deep and peaceful.
General. 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 Joe, you gotta get dressed. Come on, Joe. We gotta get out of here. Joe, I'm sorry. Sorry, Joe. Put your arm through here. Molly, help me get him to the chair. I gotta go out and get us some help. Get back some help for the general.
What are you going to do?
Get a couple of horses.
But those men are down there with the wagon.
I'll go.
No, Joe.
I'll go with you.
Joe. Don't move. Don't move. Do you hear, boy? Don't move. Come on. Don't let him out of this room until I get back. Do you understand?
Mr. Cartwright. What if you don't come back?
I'll be back.
No. No, you mustn't.
My pa.
No, let's go back.
I'm gonna kill my pa.
Wait.
Who are you?
Nobody.
No. No.
Wait.
Not my pa.
No, wait. Wait.
You're gonna hurt my pa.
What are you doing here?
Came to take care of the horses. Somebody's got to take care of them.
I already done that.
Come on, Blame.
There's a lot of heat in this leg. I'm trying to cool it off.
Yeah. You seem to know a lot about horses.
I know this much. If I don't get the heat out of this leg, this horse isn't going to be pulling any gold wagon tomorrow.
You're doing pretty good with that horse. For a man who makes a living toting a gun.
I didn't always tote a gun.
You a farmer, Sims?
I was once. At a little place in Tennessee. I worked like a mule on that land, but it weren't no good. Soil was all burned out. Then came 3 years of drought. Wiped me out.
I know a lot about that drought. A lot of people wiped out. Some of them came out west. Put their roots down in new land.
Yeah. A lot of them try to make it as homesteaders. For me, a gun is handier than a plow.
You ever think of putting your gun away, starting over on new land?
I never think of nothing else. But the last 2 years I've been, well, I've been saving money. I've been putting it away.
Land bought with blood. Hard to plow.
There ain't no other, mister.
Yeah, there is. Up in Oregon. Free for the asking. Plenty of water. Good soil.
You seen it?
Yeah, I've been there.
What difference does it make? How's a man like me go back to living a normal life?
Put away your gun. It's that simple.
Get back to the house!
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Cartwright. I tried to stop him. Sorry.
So you're like the rest of them. All that talk about free land, starting over, just a trick. I ought to put a bullet in both of you.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Pull the trigger. Sure, you're good with a gun. I wanted to get away here. He needs a doctor. But I meant every word of what I said. There's land up in Oregon, and it's yours. All you have to do is take it. You haven't got what it takes, like you said. It's easier to pull a trigger than to put a hand on a plow. Well, go ahead, pull the trigger. Give up any chance you ever had of making anything out of your life.
Johnny, listen to him. He's right.
That was a real pretty speech, Mr. Cartwright. Too bad he didn't fall for it.
Don't try, Forsyth.
So you swallowed that Oregon free land fairy tale he handed you, huh? Well, let me set you straight about a few things. Sure, there's free land in Oregon, lots of it. And with enough money, you can build your own Ponderosa. But without money, you'll be breaking your back for years to clear a few stinking acres. That's the difference, money. Think about that.
Get back to the house, Cartwright. Go ahead. Nothing's decided, Forsyth. I'm still thinking on it.
Don't take too long.
Hey, now, what is this? You ain't crying, are you?
No, I ain't crying.
Hey, now, you are too crying. And shivering. Oh, your hands are like ice. Here, come on, sit down close to the fire. Here. This is good for you. It kind of gets your circulation going. I guess this must have been a hard day for you.
I'm afraid I started feeling sorry for myself.
Molly, what do you plan on doing after this?
Well, I'm all alone. I guess I'll have to get a job in San Francisco.
You mean on that Barbary coast?
As good a place as any.
Oh, no, it isn't, Molly. You know better than that.
Do I?
Yes, you do. Oh, Molly, you're just about the prettiest girl I ever did see.
No! You don't know me. You don't know anything.
Well, now, that's funny, because from the very first moment I saw you, it was like I'd known you all my life. Molly, it may sound crazy, but
Don't.
what I'm asking...
Don't. I'm not what you think I am.
To me, you're everything that's clean and pure and beautiful.
I'm not. I'm not clean and pure and beautiful. Look at me. Look at me. That wagon driver knew. Forsyth knew. Everyone knows. Look at me.
Well, what am I supposed to see?
A year ago, a Sioux war party raided our farm. They killed my father, burned him, and they made me watch. And then my mother.
No.
And then they...
No.
But they let me live. Oh, yes, they let me live. And you know why? I'll tell you why.
Molly, don't say it. Don't say it.
Oh, I fought them as best I could. But how can you fight them? For a year, they kept me. A year. And I escaped. But I didn't escape.
No.
You can never escape a thing like that.
Don't, Molly. Molly, I don't care. I don't care what happened. I don't care what anyone says. They never touched you, you hear me? Nobody ever touched you. Molly. Oh, nobody's ever gonna hurt you again. Nobody. Oh, Forsyth has a plan. I'm gonna have enough money to protect you from everything.
Forsyth, you're not going to listen to him.
Well, what's wrong with listening to him? At least it's a way.
It's no way, Johnny. It's just plain cold-blooded murder. It's no way for you. It's no way for me.
We're loading the gold. We'll be ready in 5 minutes. Are you coming?
Go ahead. I'll be along in a minute.
Johnny, it's no way.
The man who shot your son was a murderer. The man who shot me was a traitor. He must be destroyed.
General, come here. Something else you've got to see. must move.
What are you doing, senor?
I don't know. Gotta do something.
This is the best way, Johnny.
All right. But I've got to do something to stop Forsyth.
You'll do nothing, compadre. You either throw in with us right now or you're a dead man. Pablo! Pistolero!
Fool, pistolero. In all eternity, few men have the chance to do something truly great. Something unselfish. Something that makes them bigger than other men. All Mexico would have been at your feet for the contribution you made to our liberty. But no, you chose something else. Something small and greedy. And that will destroy you.
You don't scare me. You can die like any other man.
There you are wrong. Pistolero. I am freedom for my people. I am death for those who would betray that freedom. Dios, guarda nuestro país.
God, keep our country.
Molly, the doc said I'd be fine.
Joe's going to be all right, too.
Molly, I've got a job to finish. A job I promised the general. I've got to get that gold back to Juarez.
Johnny.
Molly, you wait here until I get back from Mexico. If it's all right with Mr. Cartwright.
It's all right with Mr. Cartwright. And, Johnny, I got two of my neighbors to escort you as far as the border. They're good friends of mine.
I thank you, sir.
Take care of yourself. It's a long ride.
I will. And, well, I better let Pablo drive the wagon. I'd hate to rob Juarez of the pleasure of meeting him. Te veré pronto.
Do you know what he said to you?
No.
He said, I'll see you soon.
reckon that's all we can do for him, kids. You'd like me to say some words over him?
Ain't anything to say. Ought to be some flowers.
I'd be able to find some if we looked around.
Nah. There ain't any. I got a red hair ribbon he brought me once.
I think it'd be real nice. Pretty red hair ribbon would be right nice.
I'll go get it.
Know something? I've been here most all morning, and I still ain't got you two gals straight in my mind. Now, which one are you, Will or Charlie?
Will.
Will. Is that short for Willa or something like that?
No, just Will.
Kind of a peculiar name for a couple of gals, ain't it? Will and Charlie.
What'd you say your name was? Hoss?
That's right. Hoss.
You mean like a critter?
Yeah, like a critter.
I don't think I'd take on about names like Will and Charlie if I had a name like Hoss.
You want something?
Yeah, I'd sort of like to talk to you for a minute if I could.
What about?
About you and your little sister. I mean, you're being left here alone and all.
We'll make out. You want me to thank you for burying Pa? All right, thank you. And now you can ride on out, because we don't need you no more.
If I hadn't a chance to ride in here this morning to get some water for my horse, you'd have been in a peck of trouble.
I said thanks, didn't I?
Look, Charlie, you can't just stay here alone.
Ain't gonna stay here.
Where you gonna go? You got kin folks?
We got Aunt Chloe.
Yeah? Where does she live?
She lives
in Cantle.
All right. You come along and I'll see to it you get to her.
You don't have to. We don't want you to. Can't you understand that? We'll get there by ourselves.
Well, I'm sorry, but you do. That's the way it's got to be. I ain't about to let the two of you young'uns get out on that desert all by yourself. Now, you get your paraphernalia all collected here and get it ready, and I'm going to go out and saddle your horse.
Charlie, you can't take...
You mind your own business, Will Gallagher. And don't you dare say nothing to him or to nobody else. You understand?
Yes.
It wasn't buried with him.
Yeah, I don't think it's around here no place.
Don't look that way, do it.
That double-crossing snake. He was no good. After all you've done for him. Look what he's done to us.
What do you mean, done to us? He's been taken care of. Just one less share. Now, come on, we wasted enough time around here. Get Lou and Con out of that shack.
Con? Lou? Blake says get out here.
This place ain't fit to raise pigs in. There's nothing here.
Now, Tully, come here. I spent some time out there checking on tracks. I found out plenty, too. Now, somebody rode in here yesterday and buried Gallagher, then rode out again with his kids. And that ain't all he rode out with. I'll bet on that.
Yesterday? Then we've still got a chance?
Con? You know Gallagher better than the rest of us. Do you have any friends or relatives?
Friends? That snake? Most likely hatched from under a rock.
Maybe some drifter happened by.
No drifter's gonna take the chance on slowing himself down with two kids tagging along once he had his hands on that bundle of ours. No. Now, come here. Let me show you something. This whole stretch of desert here is just one big trap. And Gallagher's partner or friend or whoever he is heading right into it. Now, we're here at Gallagher's place. Our man is making tracks in a beeline to Cantle, right here. Now, only two ways out of Cantle. One over the mountains by stagecoach this way. The other out across the desert this way. Now, if they're going out through the desert, they have to go to a place called Furnace Wells, right here. It's the only place that has water at this time of year. Now, Lou, I want you to ride directly to Furnace Wells. And if they head that way, you'll be sitting there, waiting on them. Con, I want you to ride across country. Right here. They have a relay station. I want you to check out every coach that goes through there.
Well, what about me?
Well, you'll ride with me. We'll trail them. They got a day's ride on us, but it's a 2-day ride to Cantle. With any kind of luck, we got a good chance. You can't be making good time trailing those kids along with them. Now, let's get going.
Now, come on. What is it, really? I mean, is it something like Willow? I think Willow'd be a pretty name for a little gal.
Who goes naming me after a tree?
Yeah. Well, what about Willowall? You know what a Willowall is? It's a great big wind.
Nah, that ain't a real name.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm just mean enough to keep calling you that if you don't tell me what your real one is.
Well, it's Wilhelmina, but don't you use it on me. It's a terrible name.
I don't think it's so bad.
It's terrible. Charlie's ain't so bad. Her whole name is Charlotte, but...
What'd you tell him that for? I ought to whack you good.
Now, wait a minute. Here, hold on a minute. I tell you what, I'll forget the whole thing. As far as I'm concerned, you're just plain Charlie and she's just plain Will. You'll never hear me call you by them other names again.
Your bed's all made up. Time you was in it.
It ain't even dark yet. Hardly.
Now you go on now.
Yeah, why do you always have to be so bossy?
'Cause Pa said you was to mind me. He's... Guessed I shouldn't have said that about Pa. Guess she'd almost forgotten for a while.
Charlie, what happened to your paw? I mean, how do you get shot?
I don't know. He just came home like that, hurt. Never told us who'd done it.
Have any enemies? Anybody want to see him hurt?
Wasn't anybody like that. Pa was always helping folks out. Everybody liked him. I told you to get to bed.
I forgot Judge Telford.
Judge who?
Judge Telford. You want to see him?
Good gracious, get that thing out of here, honey. Them things dangerous.
He gets cranky being shut up all day.
Strange pet, ain't it, for a little gal?
Well, I had a puppy once, but it ran off. Charlie said most likely coyotes ate it. Anyways, Judge Telford ain't gonna run off. Even if he did, I bet nobody eat him.
Yeah, it ain't too likely.
Go to bed.
Yeah. Good night, Hoss.
Night, sweetie. Must be a pretty lonely life for a little young'un to have to turn to a scorpion for a friend.
It's always lonesome on a ranch. Didn't you say you grew up on one?
Yeah, but I have my pa and brothers.
You got brothers? How many?
2.
Gee, bet it's great having brothers. We was gonna have some, only Ma died when Will was born. Pa was gonna raise a whole family of boys like the ones he come from. You know, he had 5 brothers.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, they was famous in Boston where they all grew up. Pa used to say, all you'd have to do was go down to Scully Square and tell them you're a Gallagher, and they'd just about give you the whole town.
Charlie, your Aunt Chloe, is she your pa's sister or your ma's?
Pa's, his only sister. Like I said, the Gallaghers go in mostly for boys. Ain't you asleep yet?
It's lonesome over here. Ain't you ever coming to bed?
Now, you listen here. You lie down and go to sleep.
Charlie?
What? What's the matter?
Him. He's real nice, Charlie.
All right. He's nice. Now go to sleep.
She all right?
Yeah. She ain't usually such a blame nuisance. Bet you'll be glad to get shut of us tomorrow. Guess we're both kind of a nuisance.
Tell you what, Charlie. When I first run on to you out there and realized I was going to have to take you to Aunt Chloe, I must say I was feeling pretty put out.
Sure, I don't blame you.
But let me tell you something. It ain't been that bad a chore. As a matter of fact, I've kind of enjoyed it. I'm glad we run into each other. I really am.
Yeah? Well, good night.
Night, sweetie. Well, that storekeeper ain't ever heard of your Aunt Chloe. You sure this is where she lives?
Well, I guess so.
How long's it been since you visited her?
I don't know, a long time ago.
What happened to Charlie? Where's she?
Well, I guess she was looking for Aunt Chloe, too.
All right, just come along peaceable now and won't nobody get hurt.
What are you talking about, Sheriff? Where? Come where?
You should have been smart and stayed clear of my town, mister. We don't cotton to kidnappers around here.
Oh, Sheriff, I ain't no
All right, now, come on.
Sheriff,
let's go.
What'd you do, Charlie? That's Sheriff.
Aw, shut up. We'll send a letter. They'll turn him loose.
He's an awful nice fella. I wish he could come to Boston with us.
Ain't nobody gonna get to Boston unless we get on that stage. Now, come on.
Today is a Tuesday, ain't it?
Yeah?
Well, according to my timepiece, I'm just about an hour's shy of being a week early. Say, ain't you girl... Oh, I'm sorry. I just wanted to tell you we'll be here about 10 minutes while we change horses. A long way to the top of that summit. That's where we're going to stay the night.
Oh, we don't ride all night?
Oh, no, not over them mountains. They're tricky even in daylight. We're going to sleep up there at Walker's Pass. There's a nice little roadhouse up there. Say, can I get you something, drink of water, maybe? No. Well, I better go tend those horses. You girls are...
Hey! Hey! Come back here!
Who was he, Charlie? What did he do that for?
Shut up. Don't say nothing.
That man hurt you at all, kids? Ought to get the sheriff back in town.
No, you don't have to do that. We know him.
You know him?
He's our uncle. Mister, could you rent us a horse? We gotta go back to town.
Go back?
Can you, mister? We'll leave it at the depot in town. Honest, we will.
Are you in some kind of trouble, miss?
We gotta go back. We was running away from home. Didn't figure they'd worry so much about us.
Oh, now, that's all right. We'll take care of you. Well, I guess she knows what she's doing. Better get her a horse.
All right.
Don't you kids worry about a thing. We'll take care of you.
I thought we was going to Boston.
Ain't you got any sense? That fellow's gone back for the others, the bunch that was after Pa.
But I thought he headed back for town. What are we going back there for?
'Cause now they'll all come after the stage thinking we're on it. Only we'll be headed the other way. Now, come on. We gotta hurry.
Wait a minute. Let me put Judge Telford in.
You know, it wasn't my fault them Virginia City folk took all day to answer that telegram.
Must have been a whale of a story that little gal told on me. That's all I can say.
Well, it wasn't just the story. There've been a lot of funny things going on around here.
Like what?
That big express robbery up about 50 miles north of here happened last week. I got instructions to pick up any suspicious-looking strangers and hold them. That's all I was doing.
Yeah? Sheriff, where's my horse?
Well, they're both of them down at the livery stable. But it's kind of late to start traveling. You're welcome to stay here if you'd like.
No, thanks. Doggone, I'd like to know why they done it. You know, I was getting to thinking those two little old tacks was kind of taking a liking to me. See you, Sheriff. Hey, get down off of me. What are you doing?
Aren't you glad to see us?
Glad to see you. I don't know why I should be. I ought to take both of you out and give you a good spanking. That's what I ought to do. How come you to tell that sheriff all them lies on me? How come?
Well, what are you gonna do with us now?
Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take you to Yanklo and get rid of you. We'll be shut of one another once and for all. Now, for the last time, where's she at?
She's at Joburg.
Joburg? But Joburg's 30 miles across the desert. All right, if that's what it's going to take, then that's what it's going to be. I'm going to take you to her. Yeah?
Well, as long as we got across the desert, it gets kind of hot out there during the day, you know.
Yeah?
Well, Why don't we leave right now while it's cool and all? After all, you've been resting all day.
Yep, that's all I've been doing, resting. All right.
Tell it one time more, mister. Just in case you left something out.
Well, they got off the stage at the relay station. They borrowed a horse. They said they'd run away from home and they were going back. And they did. And, mister, that's all I know.
And there wasn't anybody else with them. You're sure of that?
Yes, sir. I'm sure.
All the way back to town. We must have rode right past him coming out here.
The man who was with them. Pretty shrewd. Must have planned it that way. Gave the kids instructions to double back.
One chance at him. All I'd like is one chance.
You'll get it. There's only one place they can get water. One place. Furnace Wells.
Can't we go any faster?
Look, Charlie, you want to kill these horses? What's your big hurry, anyhow?
Well, it's so hot, I figured we could rest the horses when we get to Furnace Wells.
Look, your little sister's half sick now from being so tired. I got some blankets over there, and we'll make a lean-to and get in out of the sun for a while.
You're gonna stop here? Charlie, you looking for somebody? What makes you say that?
Well, you want to get out of town last night in the middle of the night. Hurrying all day today, I just thought...
I just don't like wasting time. Pa always said, when you make up your mind to do something, you best get it done.
Won't you ease off a little bit? I mean, it ain't like you got to wear the pants in the family now. You got your Aunt Chloe. I mean, you're just a little gal. It'd be different
If I was a boy, whole lots of things would be different if I was a boy. I could have helped Pa make a ranch out of that brush patch back there. Wouldn't have been such a burden to him. He wanted a family of boys so bad it'd like to kill him. Yeah, I guess it did kill him. Because if he hadn't have been so worried about Will and me, about us growing up and not having nothing, he wouldn't have gone and...
Gone and what?
Nothing.
You trying to tell me your pa got himself killed trying to provide for you and Will?
No.
How'd he get shot, Charlie?
I don't know. I told you before, I don't know. Now leave me alone.
Somebody coming. See the haze on the horizon over there? Looks like they're still about a half a day away, but they're coming pretty hard and fast, according to all the smoke they're throwing up. Reckon who they are?
I don't know.
Imagine we better be getting on them Furnace Wells.
Yeah. Please.
Judge Telford, I almost forgot. He's gone. He got out. It's never come open before.
He's gone, Will. Now let's get out of here.
But it's the middle of the desert.
Sure, it's in the middle of the desert. Scorpion just love the desert. He'll probably find another scorpion and raise a whole family. Now, will you quit blubbering over a dumb fool varmint and get on the horse?
Well, I'm afraid he's gone, honey.
These ways he can get inside, out of the sun, if he comes back.
I'll tell you what. How would you like to ride with me for a while? Okay? Here, right up on old Chub. That's all right.
Lots of tracks. They must have made camp here.
Let's rest the horses a while. Mine's finished.
He'll last. Come on, let's go. What are you doing? I said, let's get going. Hold still. Let me take a look.
Big old granddaddy scorpion. What's left of him.
Scorpion? Folks die from scorpion bites, don't they?
Nothing but a sting.
A sting? My hand's all afire. I gotta get me a doctor.
Come on. I'll take care of it.
No. I'm going back and get me a real doctor.
All the way back to town? Look, you stupid...
I'm going. Don't you try to stop me.
Let him go. Go on, you stupid fool. Go back to town. Now get!
But Blake, you...
Hold it. You won't need this while you're gone. Now get. Go on. Get! Scorpion, huh? That dirty. Wait till I catch up with him. Let's go.
Howdy. Sure glad to see you. You're just in time for supper. Want to help me with a little one?
Yeah, if you would.
Yeah.
I tell you, we're a little more interested in water than we are food. These old horses ain't had much to drink. We run out of water about an hour ago.
Everybody's does. Well, well's right over there. Water's $1 a bucket, so don't spill none.
$1 a bucket?
Well, sure. That's the only well in the whole darn desert. Dug it all myself, all 100 foot of it. Man's got to get something for his labor.
All right. Charlie, take Will on in the house.
Hey, you kids come on with me. I got a real fine supper cooking for you.
just about given up on you. I thought you took the other road.
You be real careful of that thing. You got the wrong man, mister.
Sure.
Get you something to eat. Get you some rest, too.
We can't stay here. Now those men coming after us.
Now, you look here, I ain't forgot about them. Don't you worry about them. Good husky bar on that door, and if there's going to be any trouble, this is the place to have it, right here. Look, Charlie. I'd like to be a friend to you and Will, give some help to you. More than just somebody you're using for a while.
Well, howdy. Right glad to see you. Out kind of early, ain't you?
Did you see anything of a man riding through here with two kids?
Oh, yes, sir. They was here. Right lively bunch there was, too.
Tully, check the house.
You know, them two youngsters snuck out in the middle of the night. And this other one, well, he woke up and smoked right after him. He was real upset. Well, then I got up and I walked around, too. And you know what? Somebody had gone and broke into my storehouse. You know what they took? 2 50-pound sacks of salt. Well, now, that had me real stumped. What did they want with all that salt? Well, I wondered about it and wondered about it, right up until I made my morning's coffee, and then I found out. You know what? They dumped it right into that well, a whole 100 pounds of salt. Ain't that a corker? Well, only water in the whole desert. Well, I gotta move back into town now. It'd take a whole month to get that there salt out of that there well. Couldn't pump that brine out no more.
Shut up, you dead old fool.
Well, I gotta go and...
Try to get out of there.
Lou's inside. He's all busted up.
Get on your horse.
Let's get some water.
There's no more water. He salted the well.
He what?
If I have to crawl on my hands and knees through all hellfire, I'll get him.
What am I going to have to do? Hog tie you two gals?
Why don't you just let us be?
I told Charlie we ought to not leave you alone when the bad men came. Did they come after we run away?
Not by the time I'd left, Ed. Who are they, anyhow?
I don't know.
Well, guess we don't have to worry about them no more then. 'Cause Charlie fixed it so they couldn't follow no farther.
Will, I'm gonna whack you if you don't shut up.
Wait a minute. What do you mean you fixed it?
Nothing. We're gonna sit here in the sun all day.
We're going to stay right here till I find out what you did.
She put salt in the well.
Boy, oh boy, you just full of tricks, ain't you?
Well, I'll tell you one thing for sure, young lady. This money's going back to the folks it belongs to if nothing else happens. That's going to happen, I promise. All right, you two kids smoke it on out of here. I'll stay here and talk to them.
Go on, get out. You hear me? Get out of here.
Please, please come, Hoss.
We'll give them a run for their money. Come on, let's go.
Hit him, hit him.
Will, you go and do what she says, you hear?
Will, get up here now.
Go on, Will, you hear? Now, you do what she says. Get out of here. Go on, you gotta.
Oh, Hoss.
What's the matter, mister? You all out of tricks? You can't see me, huh? Well, I want you watching. I want you watching me. I want you to see the slugs coming at you. I've been a long time waiting.
Mister?
Hey, you dang fool kids, get out of here!
Come here!
He didn't know nothing about anything. It was me who did him.
Oh, you gotta be plumb crazy, trying to make me believe it was them two that done it.
There. What my pa took from you.
Why, you're nothing but a kid. The kid run me ragged. Made a fool out of me. You're nothing but a miserable kid.
Gallagher's kid, mister. Guess that makes the difference.
Gallagher's kid, huh? I suppose you're real proud. Proud of a no-good horse thief. Well, it was me. Me gave him the only chance in his whole misbegotten life. And he crossed me. Now I'm gonna give you what I gave him.
Yeah,
What are you
Charlie, no! Don't, Charlie!
Charlie, you can't do that.
Can't I?
Put the gun away, Charlie.
No. He killed my pa.
Wait a minute. I didn't know your pa. Some of the things he taught you and Will, I ain't in agreement with, but I know one thing for sure. He loved you, and he loved you a lot. And he was proud of you. He was proud of you for being Gallagher's. You can still go back to Boston and Scully Square and meet all them other Gallaghers. But you'll never be able to face them as long as you live if you pull that trigger. Or maybe you don't care. Maybe you just don't care what them Gallaghers would think of you.
Hey, I hear you got some precious cargo going east.
Doggone right, and I'm gonna hold every stage driver from here to Boston personally responsible for them.
Oh, now, you don't worry about that, Horace. All the drivers along the line have been alerted. Them? What a difference. Say, now, you ladies ain't gonna run off on me again, are you?
No.
All right, now, get aboard.
Oh, my, I don't believe I ever saw two prettier little girls in my whole life.
Dresses. Ain't they awful?
Hey, listen, while you was in there getting dolled up for the trip, the sheriff told me that you're likely to pick up a real nice piece of change for catching all them outlaws.
You got the whole bunch?
Well, you did kind of leave them scattered from here to breakfast, but we got them all.
I'll tell you something else. Judging from the sound of that message I got from Boston, all of your kinfolks are going to be there waiting for you, including your Aunt Chloe.
And Chloe?
That's right. As a matter of fact, she's the one that wired me. Beats me how anybody in Joburg could send a telegram from Boston. But then, of course, she is a Gallagher, ain't she? Come on, let's get aboard.
If I wrote you a letter, would you write one back?
Sure I will, Will.
Oh, Hoss.
Get out of here. Go. Bye, gals.
Bye, Hoss. Bye. Bye, Hoss. Bye.
Bye, gals. I got a notion that old Boston town is in for some excitement like it ain't seen since that tea party.